between last week and this week when the running game was kind of slowed in both games?
Yeah, I think we hit more passes. That was critical, and we didn't abandon our game plan. I think that was the big thing is they were taking the run away, and we didn't panic and abandon the run game, and abandon our game plan, and we hit some play action passes, and those were big plays for us.
You mentioned Hawkins, his catch and the touchdown. What has he meant to the offense overall this year? I mean, especially in light of the.
I think just all of our guys. I think I walk in the locker room on Wednesdays, and we have our game plan and our practice script, and I see guys. I see Miles. I see Gabriel. I see Hawk, Jordan Cameron, whoever it is. They put the effort in, and when you have guys like that who are willing to do everything it takes to win the game, you give yourself a chance. And like I mentioned before, our defense played great, and yeah, we struggled a little bit on offense, but I think the mental toughness comes out when you're struggling, your defense gets a turnover, and you're able to capitalize on it and go up 2 scores, and then we get another turnover, and 2 plays later, it's 23-6 or whatever it was. So you're not always going to win, and it's not always going to be pretty, but when sometimes you have to win the game that way, and we were able to, and it took the total team effort today.
When you say it was critical that you completed passes today, how much of that was your work week?
Yeah, I think we knew coming in, like I talked to you guys earlier in the week, that this is another talented defense, just like Jacksonville, and we knew that we were still going to try to run the ball, but it would be difficult. And I think Kyle did a great job of scheming up some of the play action passes, and I know we weren't very good on 3rd down, but one was a penalty. We were converted on the 3rd down. A few other plays where we came up a little short, but we made plays when we had to, and like I said, it doesn't matter who gets the credit. We're 4-3.
On that Hawkins play off the turnover, was it supposed to go to the running back? Was that?
Well, it's kind of a one-man show for Hawk on the backside. They played a good coverage. I checked the running back. He hadn't even gotten out yet, and then I just kind of scanned it back across the field, and I saw him make a sudden move back out, knowing that no one was out there, and threw it out there, and he made a great catch.
Can you talk about losing Jordan Cameron and how big that is, and how you guys kind of rallied even without him?
Yeah, I mean, as a quarterback, you always feel bad, especially on a play like that. I know it was an illegal hit, but to I think he made a great play, and then to lose him for the game, it hurts. But it's something that we've dealt with all year long. Next man up, and our guys did a good job. I mean, whether it was Jim Dre making that big play to get us down to the goal line, or whatever it is, and hopefully Jordan's okay, and we can get him for this week. But we'll see how it plays out.
3rd center in 3 games. Any issues there?
No, I mean, I've played with Nick before in New England, and I think he did a great job. I mean, here's a guy who hasn't taken any plays in who knows how long. I mean, no OTAs, no training camp, coming off of an injury, and he goes in and does a good job. I think it'll only get better as time goes on.
Coach, talk about winning at home, and you guys now.
Yeah, I mean, our crowd was great today. Coach Penn always talks about we control the volume. Obviously, the defense had more to do with that in the first half than we did, but they did a great job. There's a few false starts, and it's good to win at home because our fans deserve this. And like I told you guys many times before, we have an advantage when we play at home. And thankfully we have another home game coming up this week, and hopefully the weather's a little cold too.
Does it cross your mind at all that you got 4 wins now? Before the midway point in last season, it was 4 in total.
Sure. I mean, I think a lot of people only picked us to win 4 games this whole year. So we got a long way to go, and you just got to keep building. And like I said, you talk about the center position, 3rd center in 3 weeks. Just like that goes, our offense is going to go. We just got to get better, and it doesn't matter how we win the games, but we got to grind it out, or it's a shootout, whatever it is. I think as a team, we're starting to really come together, and it doesn't matter whether the defense shuts them out or whether it's offense coming back to win a game at the end of the game. A win's a win, and in this league, they're hard to come by.
Can you imagine how it must feel for Dante to make a play like that in front of the home crowd? That's probably what he came from.
It was huge. I mean, that probably was the play of the game. He gets, the fumble, Joe recovers it, he gets some return yardage. We come out, hit Hawk on the big play, hit Dre, and then boom, touchdown. I mean, that was the few minutes of the game that really counted, and I know from being a hometown guy how much it means to make plays out there in front of our crowd. For Dante to have a big play like that, I'm sure it was something special.
Were you thinking about last week at all when the offense is struggling kind of to get in the end zone again?
No, not really. I think what I was thinking was, like I told you before, play smart. Our defense is doing a great job. Yeah, we're not running the ball great, but we are getting some play action plays, and just keep battling. I think so many times you struggle to and it wasn't really moving the ball. We moved the ball well. We hit some big plays, but you struggle to connect on third down, or you struggle to score points, and it can be frustrating. But I think we did a great job of using that mental toughness just to stay in it and know that our defense is doing a great job and don't force anything. Don't give the other team any chance that they're not going to deserve, and just keep moving the ball. And all it takes is a few big plays to spark. And I think even after we score that touchdown, we come out and we're trying to kill the clock, and we ran the ball better. I mean, it just takes a little, oomph right there, and you get the ball going, and I think your mindset changes. But I think, it demonstrates the mental toughness we have to stay in the game and not get down on ourselves, especially after last week.
We talked to you all week about bouncing back. Just how important was it for the team to show that you guys can do it?
Yeah, it's huge. I think, we talked about it last week, overreaction Monday. I mean, whether we win or lose, people are going to overreact one way or the other. And for us, we just kind of got to stay like this and realize we take it 1 week at a time and know that we are a good football team. I think, we went on there and lose to Jacksonville. People want to question if we're any good. And, Kyle did a great job last night in his meeting. He pulled up some old clips from the entire year. He goes, "Don't worry about it. We're a good football team. We're going to go out there and we're gonna execute. And who knows how it's gonna play out? Who knows who's gonna have a big play? But we are a good football team. Don't ever doubt ourselves." And I think I was ready to play last night when he had that speech and his tape. And we just got to believe in ourselves. And I think with each week we come together and win more games, we come out more confident.
You always say you don't pay attention to the external noise. Did you hear any of it about the cornerback spot last week?
No, I didn't. I'm sure it was out there, but like I talked about, it's not something I check on. And being from here, I have enough people who check on the news, so sometimes I hear it through secondhand. But I never doubted myself. I knew we'd come out and compete, and like I said, it's just a matter of time before we make enough plays. And with the defense that we have, that's just the way that we have to be.
You talked about how bad you felt after last week, your worst game, and how down and angry you were. Does this, just wash that all away?
Well, it's week to week. I mean, I'm sitting over there on the sideline thinking about Tampa Bay because it's a defense like we haven't seen this year. I mean, for the most part, we've seen 34 front defenses, and here comes Tampa Bay, who's a 4-down front, playing a lot of Tampa too. So, with 2 minutes to go in the game, I'm over there talking to our offensive line, like, all right, it's good to get this one, but we got a completely unique, different type of circumstance coming in here next week, and another game at home. It's crucial. So you just move on to the next week, and that's the mentality you have to have in this league.
Pretty good.
All right, thanks.
All right.